The mild to severe diabetes signs everyone should watch out for. There are intruders who don't need to break the door, don't need to make a sound. They just whisper, and gradually take over your body. You don't feel pain, you don't feel fear, but day by day, hour by hour, they quietly steal your vitality, energy, and even peaceful dreams. That is diabetes, the hidden enemy. And today, together we will uncover that secret, from the first vague signs to the clear warnings, and finally the body's urgent cry for help. Are you ready? 1. Fatigue. A silent but important sign of diabetes. Fatigue often starts out as a very mild symptom, so much so that you can easily ignore it or think it's just due to work pressure or lack of sleep. However, if the feeling of exhaustion doesn't improve despite adequate rest, it could be the first silent warning sign of diabetes. This is no ordinary fatigue. When your body can't convert sugar from food into energy efficiently, the excess sugar builds up in your blood instead of being transported to your cells for life activities. As a result, you'll feel exhausted all day long, even after a good night's sleep. Just imagine. Climbing a short flight of stairs feels like you've just finished a marathon. That's typical diabetes fatigue. Not only does it affect your physical health, but it also leads to sluggish mood, difficulty concentrating, and lack of motivation. This feeling can become constant, making it difficult for you to work, study, or even do daily activities such as cooking, shopping, or taking care of yourself. Many people easily confuse this sign with stress in modern life. But if you find yourself feeling tired for a long time without a clear cause, especially when accompanied by other signs such as unusual thirst, uncontrolled weight loss, or frequent urination, do not be subjective. Fatigue can be your body's way of trying to speak up when it is out of balance. Listening and recognizing it in time will help you control the disease sooner, avoiding dangerous complications later. If you feel worried, take the initiative to visit and talk to your doctor to get a clear answer and appropriate treatment direction. 2. The subtle signal you shouldn't ignore. At first, it seems harmless, just a bit more thirst than usual, a few extra trips to the bathroom. You might brush it off as stress, a hot day, or simply drinking more water. But your body could be whispering something more serious. These subtle shifts may be early signs of diabetes, quietly unfolding beneath the surface. When blood sugar levels rise too high, your kidneys spring into action, working overtime to flush the excess glucose from your system. This natural filtration process draws precious water from your body, leaving you increasingly dehydrated. As thirst intensifies, you drink more, but the cycle continues. The more you drink, the more you urinate, and suddenly, you're waking up several times a night, running to the bathroom during the day, feeling drained and dry no matter how much water you consume. This isn't just about thirst or bathroom breaks, it's about balance. Your body trying to find its way back to health. These quiet signals are easy to ignore, but they are messages worth listening to. Your body is speaking. Are you paying attention? Recognizing these signs early can lead to powerful change. With timely action, dietary shifts, lifestyle improvements, or medical guidance, you can regain control, prevent complications, and protect your long-term well-being. So next time you feel unusually thirsty or notice an increase in urination, don't just dismiss it. Listen, act, heal. Your health is worth noticing. 3. The hidden message behind effortless weight loss. Imagine waking up one morning and noticing your clothes fit more loosely. The number on the scale has dropped, and you haven't changed a single thing about your routine. No new diet, no sudden exercise, just weight disappearing. It might feel like a quiet gift from the universe, effortless transformation. But sometimes, what feels like a blessing is actually a whisper from your body, trying to get your attention. Unexplained weight loss, especially a sudden drop of 10 to 15 pounds within a few weeks, can be one of the earliest and most overlooked warning signs of diabetes. When the body can't properly use glucose for energy due to insufficient insulin or insulin resistance, it turns to alternative fuel sources, fat and muscle. As these tissues are broken down, the pounds start to slip away. Even as your appetite increases or remains unchanged, you may feel more hungry, more tired, or more thirsty, signs that your internal systems are under stress. Left unchecked, this silent shift can lead to severe complications, from nerve damage to vision loss and cardiovascular issues. But there's power in awareness. When you notice the signs and respond early, you take control. A simple blood test can reveal your blood sugar levels and set you on the path toward healing and balance. So listen closely. That sudden weight loss may not be random. It may be your body asking for help, in its own quiet language. 4. Unexplained tingling. Have you ever felt an unexplained tingling in your fingertips or a strange numbness creeping into your toes? It may seem subtle at first, a soft whisper beneath the skin, like tiny electric sparks dancing across your nerves. But this quiet signal can be your body's way of warning you that something deeper is stirring beneath the surface. This sensation, often described as pins and needles, isn't just a fleeting annoyance. It could be a sign of moderate diabetes progressing silently. When blood sugar levels remain elevated over time, they begin to wear away at the delicate nerve fibers in your extremities, a condition known as diabetic neuropathy. This damage doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, subtly stealing your sensitivity, making simple actions, typing on a keyboard, walking barefoot, or sensing temperature, more difficult and even dangerous. Imagine reaching for a warm cup of tea and not realizing it's scalding until it's too late. Or walking on a rough surface without feeling the sharpness beneath your feet. These scenarios become more real as nerve function continues to deteriorate. Beyond discomfort, this numbness can mask injuries, leading to infections and ulcers, especially in the feet. Left unmanaged, it can result in more serious complications like chronic pain, balance issues, and even limb amputation. That's why these early signs should never be ignored. If you're experiencing persistent tingling or numbness, don't wait, consult a healthcare provider. With the right intervention, you can protect your nerves, manage your blood sugar, and reclaim control over your health. 5. Blurry vision. Blurry vision, though often subtle in its onset, can creep up on you so gradually that it's easy to overlook, until it starts to interfere with your day-to-day life. At first, you might attribute it to fatigue, a need for new glasses, or perhaps even a long day spent staring at screens. However, there's a deeper cause that could be at play. Blurry vision is one of the warning signs of moderate diabetes, and it's a signal your body may be sending you, trying to tell you something important. When your blood sugar levels remain consistently high, they can begin to affect various parts of your body, and one of the first places this imbalance shows up is in your eyes. Over time, high blood sugar causes the lenses in your eyes to swell with fluid. This swelling alters the shape of the lens, making it increasingly difficult for your eyes to focus properly. It's like trying to look through a foggy window. Everything becomes hazy, unclear, and you may struggle to read a book, glance at your phone, or even see the details of a face in a crowd. In the beginning, the changes may be so gradual that they go unnoticed, or you might brush them off as just the natural effects of aging or a tiring day. But this gradual shift is your body's quiet way of warning you. The issue may start small, just a slight blur here and there, but if the problem persists or worsens, it's no longer something to dismiss. If your vision suddenly becomes blurry and doesn't improve with rest or changes in prescription, it's time to take action. Don't wait for the blur to become a permanent part of your life. An eye exam can help you understand what's really going on. More importantly, it's crucial to address your blood sugar levels with a healthcare professional. Diabetes can be a silent, stealthy condition, but the sooner you catch it, the easier it is to manage. Take this sign seriously. Your eyes are trying to tell you something, and it's essential to listen. Your health is too important to ignore, and that first step toward understanding what's happening could be the difference between a small adjustment now and a larger concern later. 6. Slow wound healing. Slow wound healing is one of the most common signs of advanced diabetes. When blood sugar levels are high, they can damage blood vessels, reducing blood flow and limiting the supply of oxygen and nutrients needed to repair damage. This means that even minor wounds such as scrapes, cuts or bruises can take weeks to heal, making them more susceptible to infection. For example, if you accidentally nick your skin while shaving or have a minor cut, but notice that the area does not heal, or even becomes red, swollen or worse over time. This is not just an inconvenience, but a serious sign that something is wrong with your body. When wounds take a long time to heal, you need to pay special attention and check the skin areas on your body regularly, especially your legs and limbs. Slow healing wounds in these areas are one of the typical symptoms of diabetes. Because in these parts, blood circulation is often poorer, making recovery take longer. If you notice these signs, be careful and do not ignore them. In particular, if the wound shows signs of swelling, pain or pus, you should see a doctor to check and determine the root cause of the problem. In addition to regular checkups, maintaining stable blood sugar control is also very important to prevent this condition. When you detect these signs, do not hesitate. Go to the doctor immediately for timely treatment to avoid dangerous complications. 7. Diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. Diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA, is a severe, life-threatening condition that can develop when your body lacks enough insulin to process glucose for energy. As a result, your body starts to break down fat at an accelerated rate, leading to the production of harmful acids called ketones. These ketones then accumulate in the bloodstream, causing dangerous chemical imbalances that can affect vital organs. It's important to recognize the signs of DKA early, as it can be fatal if not treated promptly. One of the first symptoms of DKA is severe nausea and vomiting, often accompanied by abdominal pain. This can quickly escalate to rapid breathing as the body tries to get rid of excess acids through the lungs. People experiencing DKA often report feeling extremely fatigued, weak, and disoriented, with many struggling to even stand up. Another key symptom is confusion, which occurs as the high levels of ketones in the blood interfere with brain function. One of the more noticeable signs of DKA is a fruity smell on the breath, due to the presence of acetone, a type of ketone. Imagine the feeling of being so weak and confused that you can barely move, not knowing if you are heading toward a life-threatening situation. Left untreated, DKA can lead to a diabetic coma or even death. It is crucial to understand that this condition is a direct result of blood sugar levels being dangerously high, often in the range of 300 mg per deciliter or more, which puts extreme stress on the body. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, it is essential to seek emergency medical care immediately. Delaying treatment increases the risk of severe complications, including organ failure. DKA requires urgent medical intervention, including insulin therapy, fluid replacement, and monitoring of electrolytes to bring the body back into balance and prevent further harm. Early recognition and swift action can save lives, so never ignore these warning signs. 8. Serious warning: extreme fatigue and sleepiness. Extreme fatigue and sleepiness can be dangerous signs that diabetes is in a serious stage. These symptoms are not just the usual feeling of tiredness after a long day of work, but a state where the body cannot continue to function normally. Have you ever felt like you cannot stay awake, even though you have had enough sleep? Or a severe sleepiness that makes you just want to lie down, regardless of the situation around you? If so, it can be a sign of one of two extremely dangerous situations: blood sugar that is too high, hyperglycemia, or too low, hypoglycemia. When your blood sugar level falls into a state of uncontrollable, your body no longer has enough energy to maintain essential activities, leading to insurmountable fatigue and sleepiness. In this case, glucose, the body's main source of energy, is either insufficient or overwhelming, causing total exhaustion. If left untreated, these symptoms can progress rapidly and become life-threatening, even leading to coma. Don't let this condition persist. Checking your blood sugar levels and seeking immediate medical attention could save your life. 9. Critical stage of diabetes: unconsciousness and seizures. What you need to know. Diabetes can be a real roller coaster ride, and when blood sugar levels swing too high or too low, things can get really dangerous. At its most critical stage, diabetes can lead to unconsciousness or seizures, serious symptoms that need immediate attention. When blood sugar levels become dangerously high, hyperglycemia, it can cause your body to shut down in different ways, affecting brain function and causing confusion. On the flip side, Hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, can leave the brain without the energy it needs to function properly. This is when things can take a turn for the worse, feeling dizzy, fainting, or even experiencing seizures. Imagine suddenly collapsing or having a seizure with no warning. It's scary, right? What makes this even more critical is that both of these conditions, high and low blood sugar, can lead to dehydration and imbalances in your body's electrolytes, which can make things even worse. So, whether it's hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, or hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, these are signs that the body is in serious trouble. If you see someone having these symptoms, whether it's confusion, a sudden fainting spell, or a full-on seizure, don't wait. Time is of the essence. Quick action, like calling emergency services or using glucagon, a hormone that raises blood sugar, if the person is hypoglycemic, can literally save their life. You need to act fast and get professional medical help on the way. Ignoring these symptoms could lead to even more complications. So always stay alert and recognize when things are getting critical. Diabetes is manageable, but these emergency signs are not something you can afford to ignore. If you or someone else experiences these, get help immediately and don't wait to see what happens next. Diabetes is a condition that can feel overwhelming. But remember, it's not the end of the road. It's an invitation to take charge of your health. When caught early, you have the power to manage it, and even prevent complications. But it's up to you to listen to your body and take the first step toward a healthier life. Don't wait for things to get worse. Pay attention to the signs. Get checked, and start making changes. I want to leave you with a thought. Every small decision you make today adds up to a healthier tomorrow. Whether it's choosing a balanced meal, taking a walk, or simply being mindful of your body's signals, it all counts. You are in control, and with the right actions, you can live a long, fulfilling life. If this video has resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with someone who might benefit. We all deserve to live with our health in our hands. Let's take action together. Your journey to better health starts now. Why wait? Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave your thoughts, share your experience, or ask questions in the comments. Let's support each other in this journey.